Welcome to Big Mike's Reviews. This is Big Mike, and today I'm covering the 7th episode in the What If series entitled What If Thor Was an Only Child? Now, this was a very interesting episode. I think I'd probably give it about a 7.5 out of 10. There wasn't a lot of action. It was actually pretty funny, though. It was an entertaining episode, so I did ultimately enjoy it. But this kind of did what all the other What If episodes does, where they kind of take the MCU as we know it and turn it on its head. So it was a very interesting episode. It starts out like kind of where we started in the first Thor movie, where Jane Foster is studying anomalies. Now she sees that a star was destroyed, and she sees the same energy signature is headed towards Earth, and it actually lands in Vegas because, as we know, this is Party Thor, or what everyone's been calling Party Thor, because that's all he does really. So this is showing that without Loki to kind of balance him out, he just kind of becomes this huge, party animal. Because in this universe, instead of Odin keeping Loki and raising him as his own, he returns him to Laufey, and Thor and Loki do not grow up together. So at this point, Thor just loves to party. He goes everywhere partying. And coincidentally, though, Loki does show up as a frost giant, and they are still friends, and they call each other like brothers from another mother, because I mean, if you think about it, Thor's just party lifestyle is pretty mischievous. So, of course, at this point, him and Loki would be thick as thieves. So it's actually a pretty funny twist. And so at this point, they were thinking what was going on with Thor and his partying and the star being destroyed, that maybe he parties too hard and he kind of destroyed the system. And so Jane is worried about that, and she calls S.H.I.E.L.D. and she ends up meeting Thor. S.H.I.E.L.D. comes, and so Maria Hill is the acting director of S.H.I.E.L.D. at this point, because Korg actually knocked Nick Fury unconscious when he was doing a cannonball during one of the party sessions. So it was a little funny twist. So how they thought they were going to stop Thor at this point was to call Captain Marvel. So they call Captain Marvel, and Thor and Captain Marvel have a few fights. Because they are afraid that his partying ways is going to destroy the Earth. But we do soon find out that it wasn't his partying ways that destroyed the other star system, that it was actually just like a meteorite or an asteroid that ended up doing that, and he ended up saving everyone. But ultimately, the thing that got him to stop was Jane actually built a device to contact Heimdall. Heimdall opened the Bifrost, brought her to Asgard, brought her to Frigga, because at this point Odin was in the Odin sleep, and so Frigga was visiting her sister, she said. So Jane Foster shows up there, tells her what's going on. Frigga, of course, comes to Thor, and he's saying, "Oh no!" Like during his second fight with Captain Marvel, he's like, "I'm just on a educational mission. It's a cultural exchange, blah blah blah." And of course, he's lying. So he tries to get Captain Marvel to help, and she's like, "Yeah, no way, buddy. You're on your own." And so he gets all his friends to help try and clean up. And by the time Frigga gets there, it does look like just a cultural exchange. Even Captain Marvel helps him out at a point, which is pretty funny. So again, like I said, it's just an interesting episode. Even as it ends, it's just basically Thor, going to Jane Foster, trying to apologize to her. He really likes her. Of course, they really like each other. And he wants to take her out on a date. So they set up a date and a time, and Thor's walking off happy. And, love is blooming, quote unquote. And then a portal opens up. So this is Ultron. So this is the Ultron that was, teased earlier. This is the Ultron from his universe who actually succeeded into putting himself into the body of Vision. And he has an Ultron exosuit, and also many Ultron drones. So I guess this is going to be how they're going to culminate into the, interdimensional adventures. And I'm really interested to see what the next 2 episodes has to offer, because there's only 2 episodes left in this season. So hopefully we're going to get the last 2 episodes, forming the interdimensional Avengers, and hopefully the last episode of the season, them fighting the ultimate threat of Ultron, who is, of course, in Vision's body. So I'm really looking forward to that. And with that being said, that's going to be the end of the video.
I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra generous, give this video a like. It's much appreciated. And don't forget to hit that bell to be notified of all my latest content. And once again, Thanks for watching, and see you next time.